Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As promised, I'm going to do just an update on what happened at the high risk OB. It was a really awesome experience. So I do have my regular OB that I go to, and then due to the fact that I have an autoimmune disease and that I'm of advanced maternal age. Um, I am 41 years old, and also just the fact that I am on medication because I'm currently in a flare up for my ulcerative colitis. Uh, just a bunch of different factors. I had to, or I was referred to go to the high risk. So I walked in and immediately I went to a genetic counselor, I think is her job title. She was pretty awesome. So she filled out this like a family tree type thing, and she asked a bunch of questions about my lineage and my husband's, and basically just got some information, got all the information that she felt comfortable with. Things that were like pertaining to trisomy or Down syndrome or anything like that in my family, any like premature births, any other deformities or abnormalities with my siblings, children, and there was nothing there. So it was just really fun, and she answered all my questions, and it was really interesting. All of the knowledge that she shared with me. It was really awesome. She spent a good 20 minutes just answering any questions I had, and then after that, she was like, so, today, do, and it's my choice 100%. She asked if I wanted to do the amniocentesis, which basically, if you've watched my other videos, I'm sorry, I'm completely out of breath. I am so much bigger this pregnancy than my first. It's like really uncomfortable. So I obviously opted out of amniocentesis. She told me all of the risks and benefits and everything, and she also told me that she doesn't see or deem it necessary at this point. If you watched my prior videos, I got the quad screening, which came back positive that my baby had a very high chance of having some kind of abnormality. And then I freaked out for a good week and a half and got the more conclusive blood test, which was the NIPT. And that came back for negative for everything. So baby is completely healthy, according to this test. So that was another big reason why I got referred to the high risk. And I'm gonna finish doing my makeup in the middle of making this video because that's my life, multitasking. I have class tonight and baby is at grandma's house, so you gotta really take advantage of time. Nothing is more efficient than the mother whose baby is sleeping or at grandma's house. Anyway, so yeah, that came back, and she was saying, she doesn't see any reason why I should do the amniocentesis, but I was completely welcome to do it if I felt the need to. And then after that, she took me back to a different room where the ultrasound tech came in and did this awesome ultrasound. It was really detailed and in depth. And the cool thing about it, amongst many other things, was that she was able to answer questions. She didn't have to be like, oh, let's wait for the doctor to tell you. Let's wait for the doctor to look at this and tell you. it was awesome because she was able to just like look at everything and be like, wow, that's really cool, that's great, baby looks healthy, heart looks good, brain looks good, lungs look good, spine looks good. It was really awesome. And it really helped with my morale at that point. And then after that, the doctor came in and looked over the ultrasound and concurred that everything looked really healthy. It was a very in-depth ultrasound. They didn't specify whether this was called an anatomy scan, but it was at about 20 weeks, so I'm just gonna assume that it was. I don't know. My regular OB has not done that yet, so maybe they'll get the results from the high risk and kind of just go from there. I honestly don't know. I wish that my high risk OB was just my regular OB. I really had a great experience there. And my experience with my regular OB is I am very indifferent, and I do not care if he's the one that delivers or some other OB that's on call that night. I really don't care at this point. So that's where I stand there. But yeah, the high risk doctor, I don't have to go back until September. It is July 12th. And I actually lagged on making this video, but I went on June 29th, I believe. And yeah, they were like, you don't have to come back till September because everything looks good. So that was really nice. That was great to hear, and it just gave me some more confidence and comfort. Yeah, it was just overall just a really, really good experience, and I'm almost like excited to go back. But that is my update for that. I suppose I could talk about like an update with my pregnancy. I guess I could give you guys a bump shot. I'm so big, and I'm 22 weeks. In like 2 days, I'll be 22 weeks. I am uncomfortable as all hell. I can't, like, short of breath, just hard to sleep, my hips hurt. The only thing that like today, since baby was at grandma's, we have this pool and it's got a 10-foot deep end and a diving board, and I put on my goggles, and swimming was just like magical because the weight is obviously not a factor, and like the pressure and everything. So I think, and then I live in Las Vegas, so currently it's like 115 degrees and the water is like probably close to like 85. It's just wonderful. So I think for the remainder of my pregnancy, I think swimming is going to be the bulk amount of my exercise for sure. I don't suffer from preeclampsia or hypertension or anything like that. Last pregnancy, I did have gestational diabetes, which is so strange because like no one in my family has any form of diabetes, but we do kind of have a history of autoimmune on my dad's side, and the medication, the corticosteroid that people take when they have excess inflammation, usually an autoimmune disease, it does cause your pancreas to kind of be suppressed. Pancreatic, I'm having pregnancy brain. Pancreatic function, it definitely suppresses that. So I personally think that just all of the times that I've been on corticosteroids, it's known as prednisone for anyone that's familiar, I personally think that it had a big part to do in that. I have not, sorry, my dog's barking downstairs. I have not been tested for gestational diabetes this pregnancy, but And more so than but, I don't think that I will this pregnancy, because the test, all it is like you drink this big thing of syrup and it's disgusting, and it tells you how your body handled that amount of glucose. Um, I do have a blood sugar monitor, and I kind of, just from having it my first pregnancy, I know what to look for. So I'm basically going to treat it like I do have it and just test my blood sugars and see where I'm at. And if, because last pregnancy I didn't have to take any medication for it, I just controlled it with diet and exercise. So I think I'll be okay. Honestly, at this point, like, the less testing that I have, the better. Oh. Hey guys, so I stopped the video over there because I got a really important phone call that I had to take, and I do my recording on my phone, so if a phone call comes in, I'm talking really low right now because my son is asleep at, like, near my feet. So basically what I was saying is that once I get a little bit later in the pregnancy, I am gonna continually check my blood sugar levels. I have already been doing it somewhat frequently, and they seem to be pretty okay. Even when last pregnancy, when I did have gestational diabetes, they never, like, my blood sugars never got out of the range, really, that they were supposed to be in. So I was supposed to wake up fasted, obviously, and they were supposed to be, like, I think it was between, like, 80 to 100, and don't quote me because I could totally be wrong. I actually have the paper in the other room. And then, like, after 2 hours after I eat, they were supposed to stay below, I think it was like 120, and they always were. And you always tested 2 hours after you consumed your meal. So I just made sure to get enough fiber in every meal, and then I would do some kind of exercise, whether it be like house cleaning or yard work or going swimming or anything really, to help burn off the glucose, the accumulated glucose. So I don't know. Who knows? I'm not gonna get into that. I feel like that's a whole other video. But yeah, that was my experience at the high risk doctor, and I really liked them a lot. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and stay tuned for my journey. I am huge. I feel huge and uncomfortable. I'm 22 weeks and I am, like, way bigger than I was with my first, and, like, way more uncomfortable. There's so much pelvic, like, lower, like, pelvic floor pain that I didn't have. I'm assuming just because I already birthed a child, it's just kind of weaker. I mean, obviously I've noticed since I gave birth, like, whenever I sneeze, you know, my my bladder retention is not as strong. I'm trying to think, like, just little things. Oh, really, like, much harder to breathe this time around because I am bigger. I've definitely gained a lot more weight, which I'm okay with.
like, but it's just gonna be a little harder to lose it after I deliver, but I'll be okay. Um, Other than that, let me know if there's any questions you guys have, or comments or concerns, and stay tuned for my next video. Bye, guys.